Hi, it's Chris. In this video, we're going to show you how to remove and reinstall the drive belt on your GE dryer. Removing and replacing the drive belt on your GE dryer is actually very easy to do. It only requires a few basic hand tools. Keep in mind if your machine needs to be repaired, it's usually simple enough to do it yourself. Visit PartSelect.com, enter your model number, and quickly find and order the part you need. So in doing this type of repair, the first thing we want to do, of course, is remove the power from the dryer. So in this machine, it's just a matter of unplugging it from the wall. If your dryer is hardwired in, you're going to have to go back to your fuse panel and turn off your breaker or remove the fuses that are for the dryer. As well, we're going to have to pull this unit out and move it around a little bit, so you may have to disconnect your vent, and if it's a gas dryer, you're probably going to have to turn off your gas supply as well. So in this one, to release the console, there's a couple of screws right here in the top corners holding the console, so they need to come out. So these are just a 1/4-inch head. I take my nut driver and just back those screws right out of there. So now that those are out, we can look at removing the screws that are holding the front. So now I'm just going to open the door, because there's a few screws we need to take out. There's 2 here that are retaining the top, and because we're going to be removing the front, we'll have a couple others here that we need to remove as well. So we'll do those all at the same time. So I'll get these top ones. So I now have those 2 screws out of the top that are holding the top to the front panel. I'm now going to remove these screws here. Just because it's easier to remove these while it's on the machine than when you got the front panel off by itself. And we may as well pull the lint filter while we're right here as well. Now that we have these screws out, we're just going to close up the door and we're going to remove the 2 hidden screws that the console's been hiding. So we've already taken out those 2 screws in the corner. That's going to allow us to lift this console just by pushing the console back a little and just slip it forward and lift it forward. And that will expose this screw on this corner and the same thing on the other corner, and that's what's holding the top in place. And then we just have to take the same one that's on here on the other side. So with those screws removed, we can now just lift the top and raise it up over this. We want to raise it up over this back lip, move it forward, and then just slide the top back a little bit. Now we can get at the screws that hold the front on. So next thing is we want to lift the top so it's clearing this little lip here. We're just going to raise that up and then just slide the top forward just a little bit. That'll allow us to lift off and pull the whole top back a few inches. So now that we've got the top pulled back those few inches, now we can find these screws that are holding the front on. There's this little screw in each corner. So we're just going to remove those, and you can use either a 1/4-inch nut driver or a Phillips screwdriver, whatever you have available. So I'm going to take one out, and then I'm going to take the other, but this last screw is all that's holding the front on to the dryer, so that when I take it out, I'm just going to make sure I've got my body slightly close to touching the front, so that if the front decides to tip forward, it's not going to fall on the floor. So we'll just pop this screw out, and there you can see the front wants to come away. And then we can open this a little further, but before we take this right off, you'll see there's some wires we need to disconnect. So these wires, in behind this cover, just swings out of the way. And you'll see there's a connector here that we need to disconnect. And then we're just going to basically have to pull that apart. And then we've got this harness. So we're just going to push down on this connector with our screwdriver and then pull the connector apart. So now that we have the screws out of the front, we got the wires undone, all we need to do is just lift this whole door assembly, front assembly, off the frame and move it away. So with the front removed, in order to get the belt off, we need to go in and release it from out underneath the tensioner pulley and unhook it off the motor pulley. And we're just going to reach in and just lift the drum a little bit so I get my arm in. Go to just pull back on the tensioner pulley so that I can get the belt off the motor pulley. And there, now it's free. Just going to bring my arm out. And you do just want to watch on some of these metal edges. It's just stamped metal. They didn't do a whole lot as far as taking the burrs off it, so you just want to be careful that you don't come out too fast and possibly cut yourself. So with the belt loose now, it's just a matter of holding the top up, bringing our belt forward. And that's how easy it is to remove the belt off the drum. Now if your belt is broken, you're going to find it laying in the bottom, so you don't have to worry about how to pull that out of there. But to put your belt back on, so just take your belt, stretch it out. Just a quick thing about dryer belts. There's two sides to the dryer belt. One that has like a braided covering and the other side that's ribbed. You always want the rib side or the black rubber side down touching the drum. So when you go to put your belt on, make sure you've got that rib side down so it's touching the drum itself. Okay, so to put the belt on, it's quite easy. I'll lift the drum a little bit so I can tuck it in under. And just work it back into the machine a little bit. So when putting your belt on, you want to try and get as close to being in the right position on the drum as possible. And it's easy to find out where that is by looking on the drum, and you'll see the mark left by the original belt. And that's where you want to put yours. So again, it's rib side down, and you're just going to lay it down on top of that same coloration that's on the drum. And that's all you need to do from up here. Everything else is done down below. So now to hook up my belt, I'm just going to reach in and I'm going to slip the belt underneath, so the back side or that braided side is going to be on the idler pulley going in underneath it, and then I'll take up the tension on the idler pulley so the belt goes slack, and then I'll use that slack belt and just loop it onto the motor pulley, and it will take up the tension. Just want to carefully remove your arm and you should be all set. And you'll know that everything's connected, and now we're ready to put the front back on. So now that we brought the door in, we just need to make our electrical connections. So we just need to hook up the wires for the door switch. And then the connection for the moisture bars. And now that that connection's made, we just want to tuck those all in behind this guard. And that finger just locks in right there. We've got these hooks down on the bottom of the frame, and we have slots in the front that sit on those little bars. So now that we have the front sitting onto the frame, we're going to want to raise our drum up just a little bit and bring the front into place. And with the front in place, we'll put those two corner screws into the top. Same thing on the other side. So that's great. Now all we need to do is slide our top into place. And then put the screws in that hold it down. Same on the other side. Excellent. So with the top secured, we can now set our console into place and put those back screws in. Great, console secured, and there. Now all we need to do is to turn it around, open the door, and put our screws back in. There we go, screws are in. We just put our lint filter back into place, close our door. So now that everything's back together, we just need to plug it back in, double check to make sure that the vent is fine. And there you go, you can see just how easy it is to replace the drive belt on your GE dryer.